Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, what we're going to talk about on this episode of the Bullet Points is something that Mitch McConnell just said, and the media, the leftists, the gun controllers are jumping all over it. This is incredibly important because while they're framing this from the perspective of, ooh, Mitch McConnell said Republicans aren't going to take the Senate, I want to show you a few things and kind of bring you back to yesteryear, and by yesteryear I mean like 6 months ago, when everything was a little bit different, and now they're trumpeting a completely different tune. Everything is going to be linked in the description box below. You can find the entire videos, everything I'm about to source, right down there because I always bring receipts. I'm going to say a quick word from our sponsor, Nautilus Ammunition, who made the weekend videos possible, and then, we are going to hit it because we have got some politicking to do towards November. Now, this video is brought to you by Nautilus Ammunition. Nautilus offers a unique opportunity for your freedom seats. Specializing in American-made 9mm and 223, they have a subscription service which ships fast and right to your door. By cutting out the retail and shipping straight from the manufacturer, you win in a big way. We're talking about saving $3 to $5 a box on these bad boys. To get updates on sales and product releases, head on over to their Instagram page. It's in the description. And thank you so much to Nautilus Ammunition for making the videos this week possible so I can bring you this stuff right here because we have got some politicking. Oh my goodness. All right. So, I'm going to lay this out a little bit for you guys. Tell me if you remember in the comments field all the little path that we've been through here. Check this out. So keep in mind, earlier in the year, CNN, I'm about to show you a clip, they were all about, oh, they're going to keep the House. Democrats are doing great. Gun control is the way. Inflation's not a thing. We are doing amazing. Remember that whole thing? However, somewhere along the line, they transitioned to, well, we're going to hold that Senate because that Senate, yeah, they're not going to get that Senate. When the entire time, the Senate election was, oh, it's a lock, it's not a big deal, the House is in question, sure, but not that Senate. They've changed the goalpost, they've moved it, and they've changed the Overton window even further. What I'm about to show you, this is incredibly important because all of a sudden, losing the House and losing the Senate was a foregone conclusion all of these months. Did you guys not know? Check this out. Here is the first clip. Like I said, I want to hear from you on this one, and then I'm going to show you the real clip.
Tonight, Mitch McConnell downplaying chances of Republicans winning back the Senate, which looked almost like a foregone conclusion just a few months ago.
I think there's probably a greater likelihood the House flips than the Senate. Candidate quality has a lot to do with the outcome.
Several Republican Senate candidates are struggling right now to get an upper hand, including Mehmet Oz in Pennsylvania, Herschel Walker in Georgia, and J.D. Vance in Ohio.
Okay, so did you guys not know? It was a foregone conclusion. The Democrats were going to lose the Senate and the House. I don't recall that. In fact, I recall a lot of posturing saying that the Democrats were going to hold everything because the Republicans are evil and Trump's going to jail. That's what I seem to remember. But notice how that flag goal and the field post continue to move. But something that I want to show you there, other than the foregone conclusion, they're hitting on a few specific races. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to break them down. But before we do that, I want to show you what Mitch McConnell actually said, because that was a clip that was taken out of context. Keep in mind, in that CNN clip, it was all Mitch McConnell's downplaying the Senate Republicans. He thinks they're not going to win. It's because the quality of candidates. Listen to what he actually said, and then we'll break it down a little bit, because there is something there.
Share any of your projections on the midterm elections?
Yeah, I think there's probably a greater likelihood the House flips than the Senate. Senate races are just different. They're statewide. Candidate quality has a lot to do with the outcome. Right now we have a 50-50 Senate and a 50-50 country. But I think when all is said and done, it's all likely to have an extremely close Senate. Either our side up slightly or their side up slightly.
All right. I would agree with that assessment. That's very different than what CNN just showed you, and they manipulated that clip. They led you in and said, ooh, the Democrats are going to hold on to the Senate. The Republicans, even Mitch McConnell, thinks they're not going to do it, and data supports it. We'll get to the data in a second. But the important part here is, at the very end of that clip, he said, yeah, the House is a greater likelihood. The Senate's more in question because the quality of the candidates. Now, that important piece right there, quality of candidates, we're going to get to the last piece of this video. But something else that he said, it's going to be very, very close. It's either going to be 51-52, this side or the other. He just described the Senate. That is historically how it always goes. But CNN would have you believe Republicans are on a cliff. They're on a precipice. They don't know what to do. Trump is leading them over and astray. That's not what's happening. Now let's get into the next little piece, because like I said, there is something here, but it's not what CNN's trying to present to you as fact. Mitch McConnell is as establishment as you get. He is a rhino to the highest degree. He is there to be the establishment face for the Republican Party, just like Chuck Schumer's there for the Democratic Party. It's a big game. However, what he's seeing here, and the reason that he's not really enthusiastic about these candidates, in specifically Ohio, Georgia, and Pennsylvania, those are really key, crucial states. Those are all Trump-backed candidates. They are Make America Great Again candidates. They are America First candidates. And he is seeing that MAGA is going to be in conflict with the establishment. Of course, he's going to have a little resentment for that, because it's basically like fighting against his own party versus getting candidates he wants. In some worlds, you could say, like, yeah, I'm okay being in the minority as long as we have a purity establishment. I'm not saying that's what he said, but I could see that being a thing. The reason I want to bring this to you is because, number one, it's 3 months out. The polling is completely crap going into all of these races, and you're looking at something that is such a fluid situation. CNN is jumping and grasping at straws. Again, the House and the Senate were a foregone conclusion, but we might be peeling back the Senate. I just want to bring this to you and remind you, it was never it's a foregone conclusion. That is gaslighting of the highest degree. And notice how happy she was to announce that, we might hold on to the Senate. All the while, even if they hold on to the Senate, you're talking about losing all power from the House going up, and you have essentially a much harder time getting anything Biden wants passed. Still a lame duck, just less lame. It's like one wing instead of two. And that's what we're talking about. Let me know what you guys think in the comments field below, and I will see you tonight at 9 p.m. segment. I'm Braden. See you later.